about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
This program is for mature audiences only.
Please have your fake ID ready.
Get out of bed, you lazy
We found the only way to start the day. Get on the go with radio. We like to use it for household music. The daily chores are never a bore. For weather information, this is the station.
3, 2, 1.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead.
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what?
Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning, morning, morning.
You're gonna talk. Get on the phone at 339-1140.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
I think every morning, for those of you watching on the video feed, like the first thing you see is, well, after Kyle does his update, is me rolling through on my tablet trying to get our video feed up. And I'm not saying that because it's hard to. It's really not. Go to khdk.com. It's right there. Scroll down, or at the top right if you're on your desktop. It's not hard. Except for me. For me, it's difficult. There we go. There's Kyle. There's me. There's you. Welcome into The Drive. You've seen the movie Groundhog Day, right? No. What am I talking to? Is that on the list?
Yeah, I think so.
You understand the premise. Bill Murray is stuck in a time loop.
Yeah, Okay. I saw it when I was very young. I remember no details.
So you have seen it?
Not to the point that I would know a reference to it. I was literally probably 7 years old when I saw it.
I'm trying to figure out if you just lied. I'm in that mode right now.
What?
Yeah. Well, you saw it, right? But you don't remember it. I'm trying to figure out if that's what...
but you didn't ask if I'd seen it ever. You asked if I'd seen it in the context of you were going to make a reference to it that I was not going to understand. So here's what would have happened. You would have made a reference and I would have gone, I don't get it. And you would have gone, but you seen the movie? And I go, I don't remember it.
Okay.
So yes, I've laid eyes on that movie. I don't know anything from it.
So this conversation with no, I'm in mode right now because my daughter and I were having a blowout last night about this stuff. Yesterday was all about lies. Lies was the theme of yesterday. Little white lies. What do they call white lies, by the way? Or there's like a red lie worse than a white lie, worse than a green lie. Anyways, I had a friend, a female friend, colleague. I'll be very careful here because I don't want to blow anyone up. And by the way, super texters, I assure you it's nobody you know. This isn't Katie. It wasn't Jody. This is somebody way, way, way behind the scenes that you do not know. Never been on the show, never been mentioned on the show. Anyways, but it's important to know it's a female colleague. And she had a run-in, a disagreement with her spouse. And we know them. We've hung out outside the station before. She knows my wife really well. And he had lied about something. I don't want to say what it was because, again, I really don't want to blow them up. It was something very inconsequential. So I'll make up what it was just so you can have an idea of what the lie was. Like she said, did you do the dishes when you got home? And he said, yeah, but really she knew he had just done the dishes before she got home because the dishwasher was running. That's not it, but it's something like that. A very inconsequential, probably unnecessary lie. And she was upset about it, and she said, Dave, why do men lie about dumb things. And now all I can think about is if they lie about dumb things, what big things are they lying about? What big thing is he hiding from me? And that's a perfectly logical thought.
Can I jump in real quick?
Of course.
So I think a lot of the time when I say a falsehood or a lie, it's because I was like, it's always something small.
Yes.
I would never lie about a big life-altering thing.
Yes.
But when it comes to, like you said, did you do the dishes? Yeah. And then, like, I'll run in and do them real quick.
Right.
It's like,
how far away are you? I'm 5 minutes away. You know you're 10 minutes away.
Right. And it's just because I'm, like, dumb and just forgot.
Uh-huh.
And either forgot that I forgot or went, oh, shoot, I just remembered. Yeah, of course I did that thing.
So you're saying there's no maliciousness behind your white lies,
which is actually where the origin of white lie comes from. It's like there's black magic and white magic. It's like the opposite. It's a lie that doesn't have malicious intent.
Okay. So, and of course, in today's day and age, I have to put a disclaimer out there. In no way am I trying to gender stereotype in any way, shape, or form. Of course, all genders are equal and do their own thing. And let me read the rest of the statement here and yada, yada, yada. I'm just speaking in my household. You may find that your results might vary. But I explained to her, I said, I can tell you why I lie to my wife. And my theory is this. I, as the man, lie much more often than my wife, and I lie about a lot of small things. My wife almost never lies, ever. But when she does, it's about really big things. It's quantity and quality of the lie. She said, why do you lie at all? If he had just told me the truth about whatever it was, it wouldn't have been anything. Now it's like a 2-day fight. And so I want to publicly apologize for breaking bro code, but this is what I said to her. I said, listen, at the end of the day, sometimes I will lie to my wife because 99 times out of 100, I will get away with it, and it prevents an elongated session of browbeating from her to me. The one time I don't get away with it, in hindsight, I wish I'd told the truth. I didn't. But that's making up for the 99 I got away with. For example, if we're watching something on TV, it was South Park like a year ago. We're watching South Park. My wife's sitting next to me. She goes, is this a repeat? And I said, no, it's new. It was a repeat. I knew it was a repeat. But if I had said it was a repeat, my wife would say, let's watch something else. She didn't remember if she saw it or not, and I wanted to watch it again. And it would have been a thing. So I told her it was new. It wasn't. My wife will sometimes call from work and say, hey, did you get those things done I asked you to get done? Yeah, I got them done like 20 minutes ago. That's usually my reminder to start doing them. And then I will do them. They still got done. And when she gets home, she's no worse for the wear or the wise or whatever that saying is. But if I say to her on the phone, no, I haven't gotten that stuff done. Well, what are you doing? And
building my warlock.
Well, and I was just going to say, and the truth there is, I'm sitting here in my boxers in the man cave trying to build my warlock on Destiny, sweetheart, and I'm eating a Hawaiian Punch taffy. Like, that's what I'm doing. But I don't want to say that because it's a competitive thing.
You're the picture of fatherhood, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it okay to lie? The answer is sometimes. You have to look at the greater good of everything. I have avoided numerous arguments with my wife by simply, again, for those of you who are moral, superstars, it's the old thing, do I look fat in this dress? Never answering that, yes, never. No, you don't. No, you look beautiful.
I also think if your take is lying is bad 100% of all of the time, don't lie no matter what. That's pretty trash because like when I was a kid, the Santa Claus thing was cool.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, he's real. By the way, I've learned my lesson on that one.
People told me he was not, but they lied to me.
Thank you. But when you have kids, things change because you're trying to give them a moral compass. But I think there's moral compass for young people and then advanced moral compass once you begin to cohabitate and share a life together. It's not okay to lie about the big things. It's not okay to say I love you when you don't. It's not okay to say, yeah, I wasn't out with this girl last night. It's not. Those are never okay. But
also, probably not great to be like, yeah, I was out with this girl last night.
Great point right there, too. Also not great, but shouldn't lie about it. Be honest. The moral of the story, I guess I'm trying to say, is this. In her case, she was wondering why the heck her husband could possibly lie to her. My answer was because in the end, it's all about avoiding confrontation. Because really, and I can only speak for myself, all I want to do is come home, do nothing, not have confrontations, watch some TV, grab a good game, and maybe eat a nice meal. Is that so much to ask? In between soccer practice and taekwondo and whatever. And a flag football game that isn't even involving one of my kids that I'm taking my kids to today because it involves a friend of the family's kid. 4 o'clock. Big show today. Dave Softy Mahler from KJR in Seattle, my nemesis in the Pacific Northwest. He will join us at 7:35. Seattle's getting a hockey team. Seattle's also hosting the Sacramento Kings on Friday. Scott Bair makes his Wednesday appearance to talk Raiders. We'll do that at 8:05. And Dave Cavill. Dave Cavill, I understand we owe a little bit of thanks to Matty McGeorge for helping us hook that up. Dave Cavill, A's president, on the day they hit the wild card versus the Yankees. He'll join us at 8:35. Plus, our players of the week. The drive starts next. Sports 1140 KHTK.
KHTK is your sports authority. Kings, NFL, Raiders, A's, Sharks, Republic, UC Davis football. KHTK, we do sports.
Roseville, Lexus, Roseville.
Hi, this is Grant Napier, and when I hear Roseville, I think Lexus. Not just because of the commanding and comfortable ES350 sedan I drove lately, but because Lexus of Roseville is simply a beautiful place to buy or lease a beautiful car. They have the selection and options for every model you might be considering, from the full range of IS, ES, GS, and LS series sedans through the hybrid editions of each, and of course the comfortable and roomy luxury utilities, the RX, GX, and LX series. Whatever you're seeking, and for whatever you've dreamed, I urge you to let my friends at Lexus of Roseville help you cross the finish line in a truly world-class automobile. Don't wait. Make the move to a new Lexus today. They have an excellent inventory, and they're ready to help you. Visit my trusted hometown Lexus dealer, Lexus of Roseville, located in the Roseville Auto Mall. Hear Roseville, think Lexus.
Roseville, Lexus, Roseville.
Dierks Bentley Mountain High Tour. With special guests, Brothers Osborne and Lenko. This Saturday night, Toyota Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Dierks Bentley. Pre-order the new album, The Mountain, now at Dierks.com.
Want a new car but don't want the hassle? Here's a tip. Visit MaidaCars.com for instant access to every new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicle in the Maida family of dealerships. Big Maida savings on over 2,000 vehicles. Easy financing for everyone. Over 7,500 four-star reviews, all in one place. MaidaCars.com. Visit MaidaCars.com to see why everyone is saying,
Made a great deal at Maida.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
Football
I want to
stadium.
be a bike that races around the country.
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. Brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Okay, so summer is coming to a close. Winter's creeping up on us. Garner Roofing is trying to get you prepared for that winter season with their $69 inspection. They also have an end of summer sale going on right now. They also offer veteran and senior discounts. They got a lot of stuff going on right now. They have financing options available with no payments, no interest until 2020, or as little as $89 per month with zero down. They've also got terms up to 30 years, and some financing isn't even credit-based and is tax deductible. Call them right now, 833-R5O's and an F, or online at GarnerRoofingInc.com.
You're amazing. Welcome back to The Drive.
It's just my job.
It's time for the Morning Brew. Now, here's Carmichael Dave.
The pitch. Base hit into center field by Tony Walters. Home comes Story. Par to third. The Rockies have regained the lead. 2-1 in the top of the 13th. Tony Walters with the biggest hit of his career.
All right, that's sad. You know, normally when I hit the sounder late on Morning Brew, it's because I was doing something and lost track of time and get locked out or something. I was actually 3 feet away. I didn't even leave the top floor during this break. That's what's so sad. I was talking to Pat and Tom about lying to spouses. I was having a show off the air. The Cubs and Rockies. How about those Rockies? Go to LA. Go to Chicago. Planes are awesome. And that was what we call playoff baseball. That's what we call playoff baseball. And it continues to flummox me why it's so entertaining in this situation. Obviously, it's because of the stakes. But last night, by normal standards, was a really boring game. It's 2-1. There's about 2-1. It's boring. But I don't think anybody watching that game last night was bored. I think anybody watching that game sat back and went, oh, gosh, 6 hits for the Cubs, 11 for the Rock, 2-1. Oh, extra innings.
If that had been a Cubs-Rockies game in June, that would have been boring.
Everyone's bored. But when you flip the stakes around, which is why I say instead of having a 162-game season, every game should be an elimination game. Every game. As soon as you lose, you're out, and then the last team to lose, World Series champions. That's it. So you have like...
Season takes 2 weeks.
You have like a 30-game season, including the play. That was a very... And somebody said something during the broadcast. I forget which one it was because everybody's talking. By the way, everyone's talking. Can we reduce the booth by a person?
3-man booths are very
Three-person
tough.
booth.
3-person booths are very tough.
They are.
And
what's her name?
Jessica Mendoza.
Jessica Mendoza is fantastic. She had a comment at one point, and this isn't just me like, oh, the girl did great. No. She had a comment at one point about, was it Chris Bryant held on to the bat with both hands on his follow-through. And she commented that normally he lets go of the bat when he follows through, and that maybe his injury is barking back up.
Right.
Little stuff like that. I love that. Tells me you watch tape, you take notes.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be a lot of people in this country watching the game going, the girl. There's just too much. It's not her fault.
Dude, you need... People will search Jessica Mendoza's name on Twitter just to insult her to the people tweeting nice things about her.
I totally get it.
Which is unbelievable.
And I'm saying to those people, I'm not saying you must like woman in booth. I'm saying, as you said, 3-person booth is tough. Nobody's
searching Jason Witten's name to say mean things to the people saying nice things about him.
I am.
Are you?
No, I'm not. But
okay, I thought so.
But my goodness.
I watched the StatCast broadcast last night.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really bad.
Is it?
Really tough. because they were trying really hard to just wedge all these advanced stats in there. And it's like, no, advanced stats are a nice supplement to a regular broadcast. But when every batter, it's like, his ground ball rate is this when he's pulling to this side, and this pitcher does it. It's like, man, dude, scale it back.
Do you think in their post-show meetings when they're looking at ratings, do you think they just look at the ratings, or do you think they have like deep dive numbers on that show that they look? They're like, well, our Nielsen's were bad, but when you look at our men 16 to 22, yeah. All right, well, more on that later. That was a fun game, and I believe there's another playoff game today as well. I think. I think.
Can't confirm.
We get 3-1. Fly ball to deep left. Back is Stewart to the track. He's at the wall, and out it goes for Matt Olson. A towering drive the other way at Camden Yards. And the A's have scored a touchdown in Baltimore, and they lead 7-0.
Well, you hope you hear that scoreline today. Around 5 o'clock, 5:08 first pitch. The Athletics, 3 syllables. Oh, it's 4. And the Yankees. Luis Severino. Grant thought it was going to be, didn't Grant say think it was going to be Happ on the mound? Is that who he thought was going to go out there? Yeah. Sort of surprising then. Severino goes, Liam Hendricks. It's going to be all bullpen for this A's team.
They might bring in a starter after Hendricks for a few innings, but yeah.
Who's the, because Fire's just one on the, he's not on the, who's the starter they have? They have one starter.
Edwin Jackson.
It is. Edwin, so they have one starter available. Ringer did a really good article that I was reading this morning on why the A's are not the underdogs you think. And it's just talking about how balls fly out of Yankee Stadium, how they are defensively, how they're the best team in baseball over the last 3 months. It's going to be very, very interesting. And I hope this whole thing about road teams winning continues. Let's get both road wild cards to win.
It would be the A's first victory in a winner-take-all game in a long, long time.
I'm going to imagine, and we'll get into this more later, but I'm going to imagine you as an A's fan, and not just because you're trying to be jinxy, you're not very confident about today's game, are you?
I'm right. Grant said like 55-45 lean towards the Yankees. That's probably about where I'm at.
Okay.
It should be a good game, and I wouldn't bet money on either team here.
Low scoring or high scoring?
I think we get a pretty high score.
I agree. I don't think we're seeing 2-1 today.
Some site predicted 6-5 Yankees. That's probably right about where I'm at.
All right, number 3.
Baez open stance, waiting for Adam Ottavino's 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a line drive, base hit, left center field. Gore's going to score the tying run. Baez going for a double. The throw, he's got a double. Ball game tied.
Javi Baez is the highlight there. Why are we playing 2 Cubs highlights? Javi Baez is just a placeholder. We'll get into this later. Not going to get crazy sports talk radio about this like you'll hear around the country. Well, I hope not. I don't have the energy today. I don't. I just don't. MLB put out a commercial slamming their own unwritten rules, and it had Ken Griffey Jr. in it, and it said, let them have fun, let them play, whatever it said. I thought it was a very well done commercial. I love seeing Ken Griffey at the end with the hat backwards. But it's an interesting, deeper thought. They're going into the playoffs when the most eyes are going to be on baseball all year long. And this represents a massive turn in philosophy for the establishment of baseball. And there is a massive, massive generational divide when it comes to this. But baseball's obviously done testing. They obviously want to go after the younger crowd. There is a logic behind it. So we'll play that commercial, and sure, Colin and I will yell about it, but like I said, I don't really have the energy to get into a full drag out about this today. You can have your fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, have your fun. Have your fun and your avocados. I'll sit over here and
root for ties.
I'm rooting for brushback pitches and ties. Frank Reich. Softy Mahler. His name's Dave, by the way, but they call him Softy. I won't tell you why. He's coming up at 7:35 from KJR in Seattle. Scott Bear will give us our Raiders update as he does every Wednesday at 8:05. Dave Cavil, A's president, will come on at 8:35. All guests brought to you via Fire Wings. Firewings.com. Just wing it. When we get back, we'll play that ad. We'll get into the Cubs in Colorado, some highlights as well. The drive continues right here on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Nobody loves sports more than Alexa.
That's right. Tell it like it is.
Now you can put the most passionate sports fan, Alexa, to work for you.
Yeah, baby.
Open the Alexa app. Enable the Sports 1140 KHTK skills. Then it's easy to stream us from anywhere.
I have skills. Mad skills.
Alexa, play Sports 1140 KHTK.
This week at RC Willey, we're celebrating our great customers with great deals. Come check out our customer appreciation sale and see how much you can save on everything for your home. Hurry in and enjoy incredible savings on furniture, mattresses, appliances, electronics, and flooring. Get a Bluetooth sound system for just $25 with a purchase of $4.99 or more. Come in today and pick up a copy of our new fall catalog. Plus, enter to win a trip for 4 to Magnolia Market at the Silos in Waco, Texas. You'll save store-wide during our customer appreciation sale at RC Willey.
If you're over 55, have $500,000 in liquid assets, and are worried about retirement, the next 45 seconds can give you the financial security that you're looking for. Best-selling authors and financial experts Jim Files and Dan Ahmed of Peak Financial Freedom would like to give you a guaranteed plan for your retirement where you'll never run out of money. Dial pound 250 and say the keyword money to set up a meeting with Dan and Jim to review your retirement game plan. You can hear Jim and Dan every Saturday morning right here on Sports 1140 from 8 to 9 when they host their financial strategy show 50 Shades of Money. But don't wait until Saturday. Simply dial pound 250 from your mobile phone and say the keyword money. If you're ready for Jim and Dan to give you a free written plan that will ensure your retirement plan is rock solid, dial pound 250 right now. Say the keyword money and set up your free financial review with Peak Financial Freedom.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, brought to you by Sta-Bil, America's #1 fuel stabilizer and ethanol treatment. The NHL is headed for Seattle, folks, as the league opens its new season tonight. The Pacific Northwest can anticipate joining the action 2 years from now. Yesterday, the NHL Board of Governors 9-member executive committee recommended proceeding with Seattle's expansion application. Formal approval from the entire ownership is expected in early December. With all due respect to Quebec City, which has been hoping against hope for a franchise to replace the defunct Nordiques, Seattle makes much more sense. First, it gives the Western Conference a long-missing 16th team and balances the league at 32 total franchises. Moreover, there would be an instant and natural rivalry with Vancouver, which is only 140 miles to the north. So call me cynical, but I bet owners can't wait to divvy up the $650 million expansion fee. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Mower? Check. Gas? Check.
It's been a great summer. You've taken impeccable care of your yard, but now it's time for your gas power tools and collector car to enjoy their off-season. Over 95% of gas contains ethanol that degrades in as little as 30 days, causing sludge, moisture, and corrosion.
Sta-Bil storage? Check.
Sta-Bil, saving engine starts season after season for 60 years and running.
Snowblower? Check.
Available where fuel additives are sold.
There are 3 things every homeowner wants their home to be: smarter, safer, and more fun. What if I told you you could do all 3 in one product? Introducing the OneLink Safe and Sound, a hardwired smart smoke and carbon monoxide alarm with a premium home speaker and Amazon Alexa voice assistant in one sleek device. Built with First Alert safety technology and providing an immersive, great sound experience, the Safe and Sound elevates any home. Learn more at onelink.firstalert.com. That's onelink.firstalert.com.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
Get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
Sports 1140 KHTK's coverage of high school football is presented by Wingstop. Listen every Friday night to the Wingstop High School Football Wrap-Up Show and get all the coverage on KHTK.com. Win tickets to America's Greatest Game Show hosted by Eric Estrada only at Cache Creek. Visit CacheCreek.com for details.
Join KHTK Sports 1140 this Friday from noon to 2 at Food for Less at 4551 Mac Road to enter to win a Money Can't Buy Sacramento Kings home opener experience.
Now your sports update. Sports update. Powered by Mercury Insurance.
Time for your sports update. This is Carmichael Dave. Kyle Madson's on the phone talking to somebody who really, really has something to say. Apparently, last night, the Rockies went to Wrigley Field 2 days in a row. The Cubs lose on their home field. Rockies win 2-1 in extra innings. We have wild card baseball continuing today right here on your home of the A's, Sports 1140 KHTK. The A's travel to New York to take on the Yankees. David versus Goliath. First pitch at 5:08 right here on the Sporty 1140. Back to you, Kyle.
And the National League wild card game was last night in Chicago, and the Rockies. You did that?
Yep.
Did you get LeBron James' Lakers debut? The Lakers lost in LeBron's debut.
Yes.
Should the Lakers break up the team? We'll discuss later on. Those are your top stories on Sports 1140, and now it's back to the drive with Carmichael Dave.
Here we go. The drive continues now.
Do you want to say on the air while you're mad?
Yeah, okay, I'm going to say on the air while I'm mad.
Because Kyle, let me set it up. Right before we went on, somebody kept calling, and Kyle's like, let me get this call real quick. But apparently it went longer than he thought, and that's why I took over on the update. So, Kyle, you hung up that phone, and you look visibly upset.
This guy calls, and A's fan.
A's fan.
He and I are on the same team.
Same team.
We are both rooting for the
Kelly
A's.
Green brothers in arms.
Yes. I bleed green and gold.
Yes.
So does he.
What was he whining about?
He felt slighted.
Why?
Because he listens to Grant and Doug all day.
Sure.
And Grant is obviously a huge Yankees fan.
Huge Yankee fan.
And
lifelong.
And he heard me say that the A's playoff run begins tonight, but it could also end tonight.
True.
He thought that was me saying the A's are not winning tonight. And he thought we were just a couple of Yankee shills.
Why doesn't he come on the air with that?
Because I hung up.
Oh, okay. No, okay. All right.
I don't have update to get to.
I mean.
No, I explained. I said, hey, you heard wrong. Here's what I said. I'm a huge A's fan.
Yep.
I'm rooting for the A's as much as you are.
Yeah.
More than you are.
Sure.
And he went, hey, man, I'm a diehard A's fan too. And felt slighted by the idea that I would terminate the A's season tonight before the game even started.
By saying that their playoff run could end tonight?
Yeah.
That's what he was slighted about.
I think there was a misunderstanding of what I said.
Yeah, but then after you explained it, he still stuck to his guns?
No, after I explained, he went, oh, okay. Which is why we resolved it. No need to bring it on air. Me and that guy are cool now.
You know, I would say that A's fans are the most snowflakey, sensitive, it's just whiny, bitchy fans I've ever encountered, but I'm a Kings fan.
Although,
we're very similar.
I have a couple of, can I ask you a couple of Giants fan things here?
Please do.
We're supposed to talk about Cubs-Rockies here.
Just,
the Rockies won 2-1.
Right. This is Wild Card Wednesday. We talk about anything.
Right, exactly. Nice, dude. I have two things.
Okay.
I found it.
Number one.
I found it interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let me get back. Can I go the Hunter Pence final game thing?
Yes.
Where they were acting like he's been playing for the Giants for 25 years. And they did the whole, get crushed by the Dodgers and then do the whole like lap around on a scooter and the big send off. And that was weird to me.
Why?
Because that's a very loser move.
To say goodbye to him?
Not it wasn't that, dude.
I'm trying to.
No,
I'm
it wasn't. It was the whole.
confrontational.
No, it was the whole like charade around it. Like it was just. It was.
He shouldn't have gotten that big of a send off.
Yeah, dude. Like you had they had a terrible season.
Oh no. That
Like,
was that wasn't about that. That was about three
You got
That was about
crushed.
That was about championships and Hunter playing his last game. And thank you for everything. We know you're leaving, and you were a huge part of that championship.
But that can
timeline.
be fine without all the pageantry around it. That was weird.
Well.
It was a weird thing to me.
Okay.
Number two. I'm on to number two.
Number two. Hold on. Number two.
I won't move on until I get my ding.
Go ahead.
Don't ask like that. I thought it was funny last night. I saw this from several Giants fans.
Yes.
And I want your take.
Yes.
I didn't even tweet about it because I wanted to get your take first.
Okay.
I've heard through this last Giants run, I don't care about the A's. The A's mean nothing. There's no rivalry. What the A's do doesn't matter to me. last night saw several Giants fans like, now we just need the Yankees to win. It'll be a perfect week. Now just need the Yankees to win. Go Yankees. And I just find it interesting.
Oh, this is like when my wife finds it interesting.
I just think it's funny
you
that.
You don't think it's funny? You think it's the
I
opposite?
just find it. No, I honestly find it because I am unabashed. I'm like, yeah, I don't like the Giants.
Yeah.
But Giants fans always try and take this moral high road of, oh, you know what? I'll root for the A's third.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I don't care about the. It's not a rivalry. But as soon as the A's are having a better season than the Giants, all of a sudden, Giants fans care. I find that honest to God, I do find it interesting.
We should actually start doing a segment, a semi-recurring.
I just
segment.
think it's interesting.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. I listen, like any fan base, every fan base has different fans.
No. Every fan base has the same fans,
and they all think the same way.
Very either perfectly rational or perfectly irrational.
Right. I can say from my perspective.
I just want your take.
From my perspective as a lifelong Giants fan, right, there is a little rivalry. Obviously, it's geographical.
Yes.
It's geographical.
Yes. There was a World Series between the two teams.
But what I'm about to say next is usually where we go off the rails.
I'm going in defensive posture.
There is a rivalry, and I want to, as a Giants fan, whenever we play, I want to beat the A's.
Uh-huh.
But I also look at the A's and go, well, that's cute. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, there is a bit of a condescension towards the A's. Like,
sure, it's like a Warriors-Kings thing.
It very much is.
Right.
And it's interesting to be on different sides of that. The Giants have always been, well, not always, but the Giants for most of my lifetime have been kings of the road. Even when the A's were winning World Series, there was still, even back then, bitching about bigger Giants coverage in the B. Right. And I'm talking about in Sacramento than the A's coverage. So, for example, this playoff run, I'll tell you right now, unabashedly, I'm rooting for. I hope the A's win the whole thing. I truly do, and not like, oh no, it's a great story.
Okay,
it's legitimately a really good story.
And I have friends who are Giants fans who have said the same thing. Like, dude, I'm pulling for you guys.
I'm really pulling for you guys.
But okay, that's. I wanted to know if that was those few, like, little handful of people, because you are the representative for your fan bases, to me.
I feel like I am.
So
I wear that proudly. I take it seriously.
Yeah.
I try to be honest.
So I was just wondering if, at your meeting you guys had come to a consensus, or if those were like stragglers who maybe don't show up to the monthly.
There's people that want to talk crap.
Giants
now,
fan meeting.
There's different ways of talking crap though. Now I'm laying off the whole A's thing because of all the teams in the playoffs right now. If I could pick a team to win, it would be the A's. I truly am rooting for them. I really am. If I had to put an order of teams I want to win the World Series, it would probably be A's, Indians.
Ooh, this is good. A's Tribe.
I'm going to say National League. Who we got?
So in the National League, you have the Brewers.
Brewers would be third. Braves.
Braves would be a fun
Rockies.
Story.
Rockies, then Braves.
Rockies, the division rival. Interesting.
Because in these cases, I go with, a lot of times I'll default to somebody who's never won it before. So Rockies.
So the Braves being full of like 12-year-olds doesn't trump that? It's okay if it doesn't.
It's very close, but the Braves have won one in my lifetime.
Right, sure, okay.
Then I would go.
So you still have in the NL.
I will say my bottom three are, well, obviously the Dodgers are very last.
Right, okay, so the Dodgers.
Then probably above them would be the Red Sox, and then above the Red Sox would be the Yankees.
So if it was a Red Sox-Yankees ALCS.
World Series, I'd root for the Yankees.
Okay.
And by root, I mean, well, no, I'd root. I'd try to get a rooting interest in every.
I guess it would be an ALDS.
Yeah.
You get it.
And then I don't know. And then throw the Astros in there above the Yankees. They won it all last year. I don't think I'm missing it. I think that's about it. That would be my order. A's number one, Dodgers last.
Yeah, that's
now last night, for example.
That's the important thing.
Last night, for example, I spent a lot of time on social media just talking crap with Dodger fans.
Sure.
And that's where I step out of my Kings costume and get into my Giants costume, and it's a completely different type of fan where they're like,
Will Clark jersey and your skin tight pants.
Right, thank you. Oh, you guys are sitting at home. Yeah, when's your parade for your NL West championship, dude? Like,
really cool that they won that.
Great that they won that.
Yeah.
Have the parade, hand out the rings. Oh, well, let's stay in the past.
They literally handed out NL champion rings.
I mean, dude.
Had a ceremony.
Come on.
Yikes.
And then I just go, well, we've won 3 titles in this decade. So
the A's haven't won a World Series in forever, and they've won one more recently.
Thank you. 30 years, Dodger fan. So again, the
29 for the A's, but that's fine.
But that's better.
It is.
So the drive question of the day from now until it happens is, what round will the Dodgers choke in the playoffs this year? Get your money in. By the way, I say NLCS. I think they'll win this round. I don't think they get to the World Series, though. NLCS is when I'm predicting. I'm calling my shot. That's when the Dodgers are out of here. But I won't be mad if I'm wrong and they're out earlier.
I think the Braves take them out.
I hope you're right. The
Braves are really freaking good.
We'll take a break. Glad we got to that MLB ad. Let's try that next segment. We got a lot of stuff too. Michael Kendricks, the insider trader. Yeah, he finally got a little bit of a punishment, and it just goes to show you you can act like a D-bag on the field, but if you're the right kind of a D-bag, you can get an endorsement out of it, buddy. Oh, that's right. You kids today in your celebrations, this is what happens. We'll talk about that next right here.
It's called entrepreneurship.
That's very, very, very average. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Live, local sports talk.
We have your station on day and night.
Live sporting events.
Electrifying this crowd in Sacramento.
Sports 1140 KHTK. We do sports.
Have you noticed a lot more men smiling around town? Universal Men's Clinic has treated thousands of patients. That's thousands of happy men who have a greater zest for life. If you don't have the energy, stamina, or strength like you used to, or having problems in the bedroom, you could be our next happy patient. Call us at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit universalmensclinic.com. A $199 office visit may get you smiling too.
I'm Charles Arakaki, a doctor at the Universal Men's Clinic and a happy patient. I was feeling old and I thought it was my demanding lifestyle. I started feeling loss of energy and stamina. Having treated thousands of patients with low energy and sex drive and seeing them improve, it hit me. My symptoms were similar to my patients. With the modern medicine at Universal Men's Clinic, I'm now enjoying a renewed quality of life.
Call us at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit universalmensclinic.com.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. So over the last couple of weeks, I've had several trips out to Stone's Gambling Hall, located right off I-80 at Antelope. And again, amazed, just absolutely amazed every time I head into Stone's Gambling Hall. One of the nights I was there, they had a band playing great music while we were there, eating at Sammy's, having an incredible meal, also having a good time with buddies, watching games on TV. Then we made our way to the gaming. And that is one of the coolest things because they gave a $25 match play when I downloaded the app and signed up for their player's card. My buddies did the same thing. It was very simple. Keep the card, keep accruing points, keep the app, keep getting specials. It's that simple. And if you like playing card games like poker or Baccarat or California Blackjack, my personal favorite, then you owe it to yourself to go and do this. It's that easy. $25 match play, and all you have to do is download the app. Make it simple for yourself and win some money with their money. Take my word for it. Download the app, sign up, and get $25 in match play only at Stone's. Again, located off I-80 at Antelope. Stone's Gambling Hall, the one, the only.
Sacramento, it's your boy DC here, and I want to tell you about Beck's Furniture and Sleep. I told you about the 70 mattresses Beck's has on display, but I have to tell you about their bedroom sets as well. Beds, dressers, nightstands, armoires, kids' beds, they have it all. Bedroom sets start as low as $700 for a master set, and that includes bed frame, nightstand, dresser, and a mirror. Visit Beck's Furniture today, and you can see for yourself. Tell them Doug Christie sent you. Beck'sFurniture.com.
Beck's Furniture.
Dierks Bentley Mountain High Tour. With special guests, Brothers Osborne and Lenko. This Saturday night, Toyota Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Dierks Bentley. Pre-order the new album, The Mountain, now at Dierks.com.
It's the perfect time to get a new kitchen, bathroom, or patio remodel for zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments for the first 12 months at Quality First Home Improvement. Need a brand new HVAC unit? Well, you can get the new Quality First Comfort HVAC system that will keep you comfortable and warm during the cold winter months ahead. Quality First Home Improvement is voted the best contractor in the area and is a full-service remodeler who will do it all for you and will also finish most projects in just 3 to 4 weeks. Again, they will do it all for you for zero money down, zero interest, and zero payments for the first 12 months. This offer is just too good to pass up. It makes going with Quality First Home Improvement the smart thing to do. For more information on this amazing offer and to get a free in-home estimate, call 855-80-12345. That's 855-80-12345. Or visit them online at qualityfirsthome.com. Quality First Home Improvement, your contractor for life. License number 875772.
MadeItCars.com has big savings on over 2,000 vehicles. Easy financing for everyone. Over 7,500 4-star reviews, all in one place. MadeItCars.com. See why everyone is saying,
Made a great deal at Maida. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
The drive continues now.
One of our longtime listeners on the text line at 441140. I want to believe Dave about the A's. I really do. I just can't get out of my head that Dave is somehow saying this because he doesn't want to have to bash A's fans if they win. I feel like if Dave was honest and said he didn't want the A's to win, then his mentions would blow up with A's fans talking garbage, and he doesn't want to deal with that. That's a perfectly logical take, and I responded to this person. It's a perfectly logical take, except I would just say this. If you followed me long enough on social media or heard me on the radio, I think it's very fair for me to say that I don't shy away from saying things and going 1 on 1,000. I really don't. I actually enjoy that. If I didn't want the A's to win, I'd say I don't want the A's to win. And I've talked plenty of garbage back and forth with A's fans, and I'll do it again. But there's a difference between social media and radio ribbing and going back and forth and actual true hatred or dislike. It doesn't benefit me to mislead you in any way. I don't care. Shouldn't matter who I root for or what I root for. I'm rooting for the A's here. And part of that is that we go to spring training every year with the A's, not the Giants. And if you're saying, well, that's because you're the A's station, fair. But we have the opportunity every year to go over and cover the Giants as well. We cover the A's because it makes sense. We can go to Giant spring training. It's right there in Scottsdale. We cover the A's. We were there at the beginning. We talked A's before they were above 500, which was for a decent amount of time this season. And it's impossible to cover this team. And again, I said this last week. I think we talk more A's on this radio show than any other radio show in the world. There is no radio show in the Bay Area, nor here in Sacramento, that talks more A's than we do. So it's impossible when you're talking to these players, when you're having Stephen Piscotty on, and you obviously know the story behind him. When you have, the conversation, I go back to spring training with Matt Chapman, which was still one of my favorite conversations of the entire year. We've talked to half the pitching staff. We talked to Sean Manaea days after he threw the no-hitter. We talked to Blake Trinan. We've talked to almost the entire team. You pull for these guys. Now, if the A's were playing the Giants in the World Series, I'd want to crush them into dust because I'm a Giants fan. And I fully admit that. But
that should be the case, though, with every team.
Of course.
Play in the World Series.
Of course. But in this case, I have more invested in the A's emotionally than I do any other team in the World Series or in the playoffs. Now, that doesn't mean I'm getting an A's hat. That doesn't mean I'm an A's fan. That doesn't mean when the A's win, I'm going to be jumping up and down and hugging my friends. But if the A's win the World Series this year, I will be legitimately happy about it. And I will come on the show the next day and we will all celebrate. Now, I will celebrate for you, not necessarily with you, if that makes sense.
If the A's win the World Series, I might sneeze. Hang on. Nope, we're good.
Okay.
If the A's win the World Series, if we have a show the next day, I may not show up.
I understand
That'd
that.
be a very real possibility.
We'll check in with you from bed.
Yeah. And I would also take a day for the parade.
Sure. Good. You should.
Like that would all happen.
True story.
I don't think it's going to.
We briefly talked about you going to New York yesterday.
Yeah.
Off the air. It's a true story. Briefly talked about it.
There was when our show ended, there was a 0% chance.
Yeah.
By the time we got to the peak of our conversation, I would have put the odds at 40%.
I don't want to bring it on the air, but I will just say this. I feel like if the A's fan texting me right now was a fly on the wall for that conversation that was held privately between you, me, and Jason, I think they'd feel a little differently about whether or not I'm faking how much I'm rooting for the A's. That's
yes. I as a diehard A's fan who is sensitive, Dave is being genuine. If he wasn't, you can rest assured I would be calling him on it because that would be great content.
Lastly, from the texter, I think, Dave, you feel bad for the misery of A's fans. True. So now we're getting your sympathy vote. That just seems condescending to me. So we don't want your sympathy vote. Well, you got it. Is there some sympathy there? I would say sympathy in the sense of identifying with you as a Kings fan. I see a lot of Kings fan and A's fan. You get made fun of nationally. Nobody knows anybody on your team. Nobody cares. They don't take the time to look at the narrative. Everyone makes fun of your Coliseum like they made fun of Arco. I get it. You don't have to enjoy it. I'm not asking you to root for me to root for you. I'm rooting for you.
And you deal with people behind the scenes at the organization, and that starts to kind of inform your opinion on teams and such more than fans when you get to work with people behind the scenes. And the A's are really damn cool.
And how many Giants have we had on this year?
Zero.
Zero.
And not for a lack of opportunity. We could email a couple people and have a Giants player on tomorrow.
I want to play this ad now that we only have 2 minutes to go, and it's a 1 minute ad. I'm doing that on purpose. Here's the MLB ad from last night.
They said rules are rules. Don't stop and stare.
Toss that bat 30 feet into the air.
Don't flip your bat. Respect the jersey. He didn't earn that right. They called him unprofessional. No celebrating. Keep your head down. Flashy, immature, showboat. They said it all.
You don't have to do that. Get a little tired of it.
Something you do not do in baseball.
No more talk. Let the kids play.
It's just a new world.
I have chills. I have literal chills.
It's a great commercial.
When they do the Griffey reveal with the backwards hat.
Fantastic. It's well done. It really is well done.
A life-changing moment for me was when I was at I was 7 years old at this baseball thing for my league, and Vita Blue came to speak, and I had my hat on backwards because it was picture day, and we had just been kind of messing around, so I had my hat on backwards. And he was talking about how in baseball you shouldn't wear your hat backwards, like Ken Griffey Jr.
Right.
And from that was the start of my anti-no fun in baseball.
I think it's a generational thing, and I do think that your generation, much like mine was once upon a time, there are different levels of anti-establishment. I think that's just ingrained. Anti-establishment, anti-tradition, fun, in your face, excitement.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a layered conversation. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. I'm at peace with it. But I'm not 100% at peace with it. I'm not 100% fine with it. I do think there's levels. I do think there's levels. We should get into that. We'll get into that a little bit next because that'll dominate the whole day if we get into it too much. Also want to get into the A's Yankees. Let's preview that really for the first time. By the way, A's fan, I dictate the content on the show. Kyle does too. Ultimately, I dictate the content. We talked this entire hour about the A's. Pretty much this entire hour about the A's. They haven't even played yet. Well, Kyle threw in the Giants thing with Hunter Pence.
Yeah, you were the Giants fan czar, so I had some questions.
I'm just saying, the only Giants talk came from the A's fan.
Yeah, I had questions, man.
The drive's back in a couple.
By the way, have we noted Dave Cavill at 8:30?
Yeah. Okay. Dave Cavill's coming on, A's president, 8:35. Softy from KJR Radio in Seattle is going to come on at 7:35 to talk Seattle hockey, and also the Kings going there this Friday. And we're going to
ask him why Felix Hernandez never got to pitch in the playoffs.
Sure.
I'm not going to ask that.
Oh, I'll ask him.
I don't need to rub that.
Have you been on when Softy's been on before? Okay. It's always a little fun.
And I had a really cogent burn, and nobody got it. And you then yelled at me about it.
Scott Bair.
Unbelievable.
NBC California will talk Raiders at 8:05. All coming to you on the Firewings hotline. 21 different flavors to choose from. Firewings.com. Just wing it. We're back in a couple. Don't go away. No flipping. Sports 1140 KHDK.